On this week's show, Peloton wins gold at the Olympics, and Cody Rigsby celebrates his 10-year anniversary.
Plus, the All for One Music Festival will return later this year. London's studio closure is shortened, and much, much more.
Welcome to Pelo Buddy TV, a show for the Peloton community by the Peloton community. Here are your hosts, Amanda Siegel and John Pruitt.
Welcome to episode 188 of Pelo Buddy TV, a show for the Peloton community by the Peloton community. I'm John Pruitt. I'm joined as always by my co-host, Amanda Siegel. Hey, Amanda.
Hey, John. How you doing?
Good. Just the two of us again.
Just the two of us. And again, not that much to share this week, but we'll make it worth your while. We always try to. But all good with you, and things are good. And
Jackie and I are solo this weekend for the first time in years. Jackson is off to camp with his church about an hour away in Michigan, so we're totally kid-free for the weekend. So it'll be nice, just the two of us.
The Pruitts are gonna, awesome.
My mom's coming in from Jersey late Sunday, and we're gonna go up north Michigan for a little vacation next week.
Nice.
So I won't be here next week. So it might just be I don't know who's gonna be doing the show. Chris and
maybe
special
we'll have
guests.
a break. We'll have a break since the studio. Will the studio be done?
Maybe we'll have our own
week?
Pelo Closure.
No, the week after.
The week after.
The week after. Yeah. Because of course I'm actually going to be in New York. I'm going to be moving my kid back for senior year of college, which is just crazy to me that I am going to be college free in a year with no college debt, no longer looming over.
And everyone out of the nest.
And crazy. I just can't believe that she's going into her senior year. Yeah. So I'm going to head down to Florida to
I remember when she was just moving in freshman.
Do you remember?
Yeah.
Right.
It didn't seem like that long ago.
It's crazy. I can't believe it. I mean, it's just insane. Yeah. And then heading back down to New York, or back up to New York, I should say. That weekend. So a couple classes, not much actually. I'm on wait lists, but we'll be there for Mariana's Imagine Dragons yoga flow, which I'm really excited about.
Very cool.
A huge Imagine Dragons fan.
They're actually coming to Michigan on Monday night when we're going to be away. Yeah, because we would love to take Jackson to it because they're very, family friendly. They don't
very much
swear
so. Dan
in their
Reynolds
songs.
He's great. He's awesome.
Yeah, so we're going to miss it again, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's actually here, but it's out in Baltimore, and it's always such a schlep to get out there. It's at Meriwether Post.
Oh, yeah,
so,
I've been there. MPP, seen fish there a couple times.
So we'll see. I don't have tickets, but we'll see. I am a huge Imagine Dragons fan, so this is going to be tons of fun.
Nice.
All right. Well, why don't we get right to it, folks? Before we get started with the news, we always like to remind you how you can keep up to date with all of our content across all of our platforms. Every episode is released on our YouTube channel. Just hit the subscribe button at the bottom right-hand side of the video and hit the notify button to make sure that you never miss an episode.
And of course, you can always listen to us if you're on the go. We're on all traditional podcast platforms. Please leave us those 5-star reviews. We really do appreciate that. And we love to read them from time to time on the show and also really take feedback into account as well. So please keep those coming.
Absolutely. And of course, we're on all social media platforms. So Facebook, Instagram, X, you name it. Just search for Pelo Buddy and follow us on those platforms for all of the latest news. And now, John, let's get on with the show.
First, let's do a rundown of the latest Pelo news.
All right. First up. You asked, we answered. Okay, well, DJ John Michael actually answered, but he has confirmed during an Instagram Ask Me Anything that the All for One Music Festival will in fact return in 2024. The festival, known for its artist series classes, involves almost every Peloton instructor and features 20 to 40 artists over the course of a weekend. Initially, the All for One event involved multiple instructors teaching the same class, but it has since evolved into a music festival format. And we definitely have, we love the opportunity to be able to learn new artists, hear some of our fan favorites. There's no question that Peloton have gotten, really in the groove of releasing amazing artist series during the year. But this is a way to just kind of incorporate it all into one weekend and just have fun. Most of the classes are typically pre-recorded. So we don't have a date yet. We will listen out for that. And of course, we will let you know as soon as we do.
And hopefully Peloton accidentally, posts all the artists and we capture it in time before they take it down.
Yeah, and Chris gets that screenshot.
So we can get that big scoop.
That screenshot.
Yeah.
Exactly.
A little update on Peloton Studios London, PSL. Their closure has been shortened a little bit. So a lot less time with no live classes at all. So Peloton adjusted the dates for PSL's summer closure that's coming up. So instead of being closed from August 28th through September 4th, the London studio will now only be closed from August 28th to August 30th with no live classes on those dates. So since the London studio no longer has live classes on Wednesdays and Thursdays, this means the studio closure is just basically for one additional day. Then it would be closed on a regular week. So just a reminder, last week we had shared that Peloton had extended their summer studio closure for PSNY, resulting in no live classes from the New York studios from August 19th until September 4th. So combined with the PSL studio closure that had originally equated to no live classes at all from either studio from August 28th to September 4th. But now we can rejoice for the folks that really love their live classes. On August 2nd, Peloton quietly altered those PSL closure dates to August 28th to the 30th. So now we'll just have a little brief window with no live classes so we can get by with our friends at PSL teaching in the meantime while PSNY is dark for that long summer break.
Right. And what was also nice is they actually dropped classes. So, that wasn't that Thursday scramble for folks to try and book classes. Classes dropped and, people were able to get into classes, which was really nice for those folks in the UK. All right. Well, with the Olympics in full swing, we are excited to share that Peloton's senior transportation planner, Nick Mead, has won a gold medal in the 4-man rowing event at the 2024 Summer Olympics in Paris. This happened on August the 1st. The victory marked the first time the U.S. has won gold in rowing in 64 years. So that's pretty impressive. And the fact that he is, affiliated with Peloton is also very exciting. Peloton did celebrate his achievement across social media platforms, highlighting Nick's dual role both as a Peloton employee and a Team USA rowing champion. Nick's accomplishment is a significant milestone, and he, as he previously competed in the Tokyo Olympics, finishing 4th in the 8-man event. So that's a huge shout out and congratulations for Nick.
Amazing.
With some other interesting tidbits regarding the Olympics. Back in 2018, Peloton had actually officially partnered with the Olympics. I don't know if you guys remembered that, but they were in fact an official partner and had classes that actually were revolved around the event. This year, though, you may be asking, why are they not talking about the Olympics? I believe Cody actually said something in a class about that, but you will not hear them talk about the Olympics because they are not official partners. So, kind of interesting that they can't even talk about it just because they aren't partners. I'm not sure what Cody said. Do you remember?
I didn't catch that.
Apparently, he had said something, and I had seen something on social about the fact that they were not allowed to talk about it. It
sounds like almost how you can't say Super Bowl unless you pay
to say Super Bowl.
The rights or the licensing. So everyone has to say the big game.
Yeah.
It kind of sounds along those lines, but that's odd. Yeah.
Yeah. But we did see the instructors have their own little Olympic fun. They put on a Peloton Instructor Games, which has taken place on social media. The event started out with Kirsten Ferguson, Matt Wilpers, and Alex Kowarski competing in part one, which was power walking on the Tread Plus, to see how far they could go in 1 minute. Alex walked away with gold. It had to have been those ridiculously long legs. He walked away with gold with an average pace of 8.8 miles per hour, clocking 0.13 miles, so 0.13 on the tread. Matt came in second, winning silver at an average pace of 6.3 miles per hour, which is just a little bit more reasonable, clocking in at 0.11 miles. And Kirsten took home the bronze, very close behind, walking at an average pace of 6.2 miles per hour, clocking in 0.10 miles. Round two took place this past Monday, with the instructors competing in rowing. Alex, once again, walked away with gold, rowing 341 meters and collected his gold medal. Matt collected silver at 269 meters, and Kirsten, in all fairness, who does not row as an instructor, walked away with bronze at 219 meters. The last event, which we assume will take place this coming week, will be cycling. And we will certainly report back to you next week as to who walked away with that. I have a feeling that Kirsten may be gold medalist for cycling. As we all know, she actually was a cycling instructor before she joined Peloton.
Kirsten Ferguson was?
Yeah, yeah. So I think that she has, I mean, look, Matt is obviously too, but I think she has a good chance of possibly walking away with gold. So we'll be rooting for Kirsten on the bike next week. But yeah, just some fun. And obviously, One Peloton put out some reels and stuff and have been adjusting them as they've, increased the each week.
The Olympics wrap up this weekend? Is it 2 weeks?
John, I am
feel
so
like
bad.
It's 2 weeks.
I think it's 2 weeks.
Right.
I think you may be right.
It ends
I'm not
today, on Sunday.
Not a huge. I mean, I've watched the highlights. I kind of watched the highlights in the evening.
I've
but I'm
barely
not a
watched
huge Olympic.
anything.
Yeah,
in
me
terms
too.
of just
Me too.
tuning in. Oh, and Bex is commentating. Yes, everyone was asking about
Oh,
Bex.
yeah.
When was she leaving for the Olympics? Because she apparently said she was doing some commentary for NBC. So she's already there. I think she left on Thursday or Wednesday of last week.
Yeah, I did forget that she was doing the commentating.
So I'm sure
Absolutely.
we'll have some social media stuff from her.
This weekend.
Participation.
At the end.
Well, Peloton has shared which featured classes you can look forward to during the week of August 5th through the 11th in their weekly This Week at Peloton Instagram posts. First up, Peloton will have a special 10-year anniversary class to celebrate Cody Rigsby's 10 years with Peloton. That happened live as a 30-minute, it was labeled as a 30-minute pop ride at the time of recording this show on Friday, August 9th at 11:30 a.m. Eastern Time. It remains to be seen, though, if they update it to denote it's an anniversary ride. Also this week, there will be a new Bollywood Pilates class, 20-minute intermediate Bollywood Pilates with a DT. That happened on Tuesday, August 6th. And then we also had 2 new Disney 2000s classes this week. Cody taught a live one, a live 30-minute ride. It was on Tuesday night, and then there was a 20-minute Disney 2000s run with Marcel Dinkins that premiered on Wednesday, August 7th. And then Peloton Studios announced that that run will also feature pace targets, with the reminder that this feature is only available on the hardware, on the Peloton Shred and Shred Plus. And then lastly, there will be 4 new Rising Country Peloton classes that happened this week. Peloton introduced this specific genre of country music themed classes in May of this past year, with playlists that feature the latest and greatest stars of the country music scene. So we got a 20-minute Rising Country bar with Hannah Corbin, a 30-minute Rising Country ride with Leanne, a 20-minute row with Ash, and a 30-minute run with Matt. Those are all now available in the library if you missed them when they went down live or were released.
Nice. Awesome. Yep. Some stuff to look forward to. All right. Well, this past week, the latest Outage series featuring Chappell Roan dropped on August the 8th. The series included 7 classes across various modalities, all taught in English, with most classes actually being live. The full schedule is as follows. Maddie Majacomo had a 30-minute outdoor walk plus run, which obviously that one dropped on demand, being an audio. There was a 20-minute bar class with Ali Love, which was a premiere. But then we had live a 30-minute upper body strength with Rebecca Kennedy. That was at 6 p.m. on Thursday evening. A 30-minute yoga power flow with Aditi, which was at 6:30 p.m. on Thursday. Cody had the ride, and that was at 7 p.m. And then the run was with Jess King, also at 7 p.m. Rounding it out, Katie Wong did a row. I believe it was a 20-minute row. Yep, 20-minute row at 7:30 p.m.
A lot of excitement for this series.
So there we have it.
All right. So Peloton will hold events at both Peloton Studios New York and London focused on tread pace targets. So they, in a little blurb, they said, join us for a behind-the-scenes look at one of our newest Peloton tread features, pace targets. You'll get to hear from the team behind the feature and learn how to incorporate it into your training routine. The Tread Pace Targets event in New York, it's taking place next week, this coming week, Thursday, August 15th from 5 to 6 p.m. And then the Pace Targets event in London is happening the following day on Friday, August 16th at 4:30 in the afternoon local London time. Both events are free, but you have to RSVP to save your spot to make sure you get in. And the event will cover the following topics about pace targets, how they work, how members can use pace targets to improve their fitness, how Peloton produces the classes specifically for pace targets, and how to find those classes on your hardware, on your tread. And then finally, there's going to be a demonstration with a special guest. Though not confirmed, the special guest is likely going to be a Peloton instructor.
Nice. I'm actually going to be there. I should look at signing up. I didn't think of doing that because I'll be there for the... I'm going to do that after after recording. I forgot. All right. Well, for the German members, if you're listening, the 3rd London Calling event is now available for members to purchase tickets. So the weekend will fall on October the 5th with a full day worth of classes. The event will kick off with a 30-minute rock ride from Charlotte Wiedenbach. There is strength with Asal. She is doing a stack, a two-stack class. Mila and Cliff are going to be cycling. There's a hike with Mila, a Schneeger ride. I hope I said that right, Benny Adami, with Benny Adami. There's a walk plus run with Jeffrey McKeechan, and a house ride with Irene Kemar, a pop run with Marcel Mauer, and the class schedule will end with a scooter DJ ride with Eric Yeager. They are also planning an outdoor run on Saturday morning, which I believe is at 9:30 a.m., as well as a community quiz evening, which will be an event that evening. They did also say to look out for other events that possibly could be happening. So for those interested, make sure you check out the Peloton German members Facebook page, as all the information is there. And of course, Chris has it all on the Pelo Buddy website as well, where you can actually link to reserve your spots as well as book for these events. So another weekend for the German folks to look forward to.
The scooter DJ ride.
No clue. I should have looked that up.
I guess that's a prominent DJ,
maybe a German DJ. Yeah,
huh, okay.
I should have looked that up.
All right. Well, we had a little brief outage on Monday afternoon, August 5th. There was a little bug impacting the Peloton on-demand library, if you didn't happen to notice. It was causing Peloton to be down for a lot of members. They weren't able to view, browse, or take any Peloton classes from the on-demand library. So rather than seeing the list of classes, members were seeing a message of no classes found on Peloton. And it was fixed pretty quickly around 1:45 in the afternoon Eastern time after having been down for about 45 minutes. So it wasn't too long.
Wasn't too bad.
Although there were some workarounds while the main library had been down. Several comments from members said they could still find the classes in their stacks and in the collections. So there still was a way around to get around that if you didn't want to wait. So it wasn't completely hopeless. I just finished Thunder 45 and didn't have any issue. And I was going to make like a funny meme about, when the library is down and freaking out. And then by the time I got around to doing it, it was already restored.
Back up.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. Now I work out in the morning, so I was not affected by it. Thank goodness. Had gotten my workout done in the morning. So that was good. All right. Well, Peloton has removed the original bike from the rental program in the United States and Canada. So for anybody that was looking to rent a bike, you can no longer rent the original OG bike.
Yeah.
They only have the Bike Plus available for rent. This change became effective on August the 1st and hasn't been officially announced by Peloton, but we have seen that if you head over to the rental page in order to rent the bike, it's no longer there. So you can only rent the Bike Plus. Possible reasons include running out of inventory for the original bike or determining that the Bike Plus is just more profitable. So it makes more sense for them to rent those out.
Yeah.
The change is definitely for US and Canada, but there is no status yet for Germany. It's unclear as to the rental for there because actually that website is down. So maybe they're in the process of changing it.
Okay.
And then the rental program has not yet launched in Australia or Austria. So if folks were looking to rent bikes there, that is not an option yet. So just make sure you take a look for that.
Gotcha. Well, we have a little update on Peloton apparel. There's been a few new colors of the Peloton X Lulu Scuba collection added. So some fresh new styles in pink, yellow, and sort of a light green color. So if you haven't seen those, check those out on the apparel site.
Nice. And there are a lot of Leos in the instructor mix. This past week, we had tons of birthdays. So Jess had celebrated her birthday on Monday, the 5th. Alex T, his birthday was on Tuesday, the 6th, and he got to celebrate in Paris. He is in Paris. Olivia's was this past Thursday, the 8th. And Christine d'Urclay celebrates her birthday today. So huge happy birthday from here, all of us here at Pelo Buddy.
And wasn't it Beck's birthday too? Or am I totally off on that?
I don't think so. I didn't see Beck's. No, I think you're off on that. You're off on that. Yeah. So happy birthday to those instructors.
Beck's was in March. Thank you, Chris Lewis.
All right.
He's watching behind the scenes.
Oh, he's listening. Yeah. We got that.
He
control room.
He likes to watch.
But we haven't said control room in a while.
I know.
Listen to you. All right, we're moving right along, and we're going straight into instructor in the news, and I will kick it off. So first up, huge congrats and shout out go out to Christine d'Urclay. What a way to celebrate your birthday week. She walked away in first place for the USA Cycling National Championships and will continue racing or continued racing this past week through the weekend. So a great way to bring in her new trip around the sun. Huge congrats to Christine.
Big congrats. Well, Jennifer Garner recently posted on social media her sort of behind the scenes training, exercising for her role in the new Deadpool movie that just recently came out. She shouted out some different people, including Ryan Reynolds, for the idea of her character in that new Deadpool movie, which I haven't seen yet, for Elektra Natchios. But in the background, you could also see her Peloton Tread Plus, her bike. She also shouted out Peloton and specifically Bex Gentry as well for the help with her training.
Yeah,
nice little,
with all her
nice
running.
Little mention there.
With all her running.
I know she's done.
Did you watch that reel?
I watched
it was
a little
intense.
bit. Yeah, all the different stuff she's gone through. I know she's been. Which meditation instructor? She's done a live with
Chelsea.
Yes.
Chelsea Jackson Roberts. Jackson Roberts. Yep. She's
big into meditation, so she's very well
big.
invested in Peloton for a while now.
Yeah, which is awesome. Fantastic. But it was kind of cool to see Peloton and Bex kind of shout it out there.
Yeah.
Very cool. Well, as I said, Alex was in Paris celebrating his birthday. Paris was buzzing this past week with, yes, the Olympics. But for us, it was all about which instructors were, marching on the streets of Paris, who were walking. And we did see Alex. Katie Wong was there with her fiancé, as well as John Husking. So those were just some of the few that we got to see, got to be at some of the Olympics events. And of course, as we mentioned, Bex is there this weekend commentating for the marathon.
She's working, yep.
Yeah.
Speaking of Olympics, Nick Mead will be a flag bearer at the closing ceremony, the Peloton employee that won the gold, along with Katie Ledecky.
Good for him. That is fantastic. Wow. Awesome.
Very cool. Well, Mariana Fernandez recently shared some yoga tips with wellworthy.com, how yoga benefits the body and the brain. She said, beyond fitness or flexibility, yoga can really help you de-stress by shifting the body into a chill mode. She basically said, stop comparisons, be patient, breathe it out, have fun, breathe, focus on your breathing, breathe mindfully, move for mood, embrace your Shavasana. I know I got the
Come on, John, you gotta get your yoga.
Alliteration.
You gotta get your yoga gig on.
I should have given that one to
cool. Yes, you should have. I always like chatting about Mariana. Yeah, it was an awesome podcast. That was great.
No, it was an article.
All right. Article, sorry.
Yeah.
Yes, she did do a podcast as well. A different one. But yeah, that was it. All right. And huge shout out to Susie Chan, whose book Trails and Tribulations was released in the US, Germany, Canada, and Australia this past week. Susie actually had shared on Instagram some pretty awesome pictures, taking her back to some of the moments that she had shared in the book. So if you've read the book, definitely head over to her Instagram page to take a look, because you'll see a rather young Susie Chan as she competed in some of the races that she did. For me, my favorite is when she was proposed to on one of the races. So that was really cool to get to see her husband get down on one knee and propose to her. But huge shout out to Susie as the book, continues to grow legs and walking off the shelves. Amazing.
Well, Cody was recently a guest on the Out and About podcast, which I listened to, and it was a nice, fun sit in on the show. So if you want to just hear Cody rapping about, what he's been up to this summer. And I really love all his hot takes on, current pop culture, everything going on in the world, especially in pop culture right now. But it's super fun. It's like a 30-minute interview. But he's always entertaining. If you haven't listened to Tactful Pettiness, his show with Andrew Chappell, I've been enjoying that weekly. It comes out every Thursday, I believe. I don't know if you've listened to any of that, Amanda, but It's been I've been, going to some concerts a couple hours away the last few days, and I throw that on in the car ride, and it's a nice, entertaining, listen.
Nice. All right. Well, lastly, our boy in Instructor in the News, our boy Matt Wilpers appeared on New York Living TV, showing us some stretches for folks to try before hitting the streets for a run, as well as some tips on what to do when running in this awfully hot weather that we've been experiencing. So it was always fun. It's always fun to see Matt. He's just he's so lovely and really connected really well with the presenter. So that was really cool to get to see him. All right. Well, we're going to go straight into class picks of the week, and I will kick it off because one of mine is in there. So let's go for it. First up, we have Eric Jaeger's 30-minute Power Zone Endurance 80s ride. It was in German. This one came to us from Kevin HT Ride, and he said, good playlist and good workout structure from Eric. Glad to have him on the PZT. Next up, John Husking. He's back running, people. And this was his 3-month debut. He's been off the running platform for 3 months, nursing that ankle. He listened to his body and he came back fresh out of the gates. And it was an absolutely incredible run. It was a 30-minute EDM run from August the 2nd. It was really early last Friday morning.
You did that live on your milestone, right?
I did. And I did it outside because I was in New York. So
Gotcha.
I hit the West Side Highway and got to run with John. The music was amazing. He's a big EDM fan. So this one came also to us from Macy Catherine. So Seglo 3 and Macy Catherine said, great playlist. And so happy to have him back running. And then Jess King, moving over to the bike. She had a 30-minute Sweat Steady ride, also from the 2nd. This one came to us from Carl KZ2. They said, Jess's Sweat Steady rides are always a great workout.
All right, next up, Allie Love and Hannah Corbin's 30-minute 2-for-1 bar from August 2nd. Kim Thousand, Love Squad, and Christina M. Romano submitted this one. They said, love this new program. Glad they finally made one for bar workouts, and so fun with both of them. And then going over to Strength, Rad Lopez's 30-minute Iconos Latinos Upper Body Strength, which was in Spanish, from August 3rd. Recrown and Julie MJ said, fun upper body strength class with great music. And then Hannah Frankston's 30-minute walk plus run on August 3rd. Dippin.22 said, always a good time working out with Hannah.
Nice. And then we have Camila Roman's 30-minute Iconos Latinos ride, also in Spanish. This one was from the 3rd. It came to us from I Teach Teens. And they said Camila was really in her element in this ride. And then Bet Gentry had a 60-minute intervals run from August the 4th. This one came to us from Patrick 707. And they said just a good, solid, long run from Bex. And back, still on the tread, Rebecca Kennedy's 45-minute walk plus run, also from the 4th, came to us from Just Dance Lisa. And they said, great playlist and class plan to match.
All right, next up, Leanne's 20-minute Tabata ride from August 5th. Daisy Mack and Cole Mart said, let's just say 19 efforts in 20 minutes, and you end with 60-second efforts. And then Adrian Williams, Thunder 45 from August 5th. Rachel spins 24 and runs on coffee. Submitted this one, and they said, unbelievable feeling of accomplishment after this one. Yeah, I did this one live, and he had been on break. He hadn't taught it for 2 or 3 weeks.
He had just come back.
But yeah, it was hard, and it was definitely, I definitely felt accomplished after. I always feel accomplished after, doing a Thunder 45 just because they're so grueling and hard.
Yeah.
And then rounding out the picks of the week, Matt Wilper's 30-minute hit run from August 6th. All Biz Liz said the intervals, the secret hills, spicy workout.
Nice. Well, our friend Amaja 3 hasn't appeared recently.
Oh, maybe she's on
she must
summer
be on vacation.
Yeah.
We need your picks of the week. We love getting them. But for those that did submit picks of the week, very few this week. But for those of you that submitted, thank you so much. Don't forget that you can find, Chris will typically post those requests on a Wednesday. So we typically do them Thursday to Wednesday for your picks of the week. So they are there on social media, on Instagram through his stories. You can also go to the website and recommend classes from that week as well. So don't forget to do those if you have picks, because we want to make sure we get everybody in there. And if there are classes that you've really enjoyed, we want to make sure that we share those with you. Well, we wrapped it up.
Super lightweight.
Boy, this was very quick. And it's only going to get lighter as the studio closes.
Unusually short.
Yeah. Well, we have one more week of classes, and then PSNY will go dark. So I guess next week will be hopefully a busy week. As John and I said, unfortunately, we will not be here next week. So hopefully Chris will bring you a show with a special guest. Or maybe we'll have a bye week. We'll see. But we do appreciate you, as always, tuning in, listening. We like to bring you what's been happening in the Pelo world for the last week. And we do appreciate you taking the time to listen. So hope you enjoyed, and have a wonderful rest of your day. And we'll see you in a couple of weeks. So from
I was just thinking that All for One Festival, I have a feeling maybe we'll drop that during that long break. That would make sense to put all that out there. So I'm guessing maybe just a hunch.
Yeah, so look out for that, folks. And of course, Chris will, as soon as we know, we'll make sure that we share it with you guys.
Yeah, as soon as we know. Well, for me in Michigan, thank you as always for tuning in and watching. And as always, we will see you on the leaderboard. Bye for now.
Thank you for watching Pelo Buddy TV, your source for everything Peloton, by the community, for the community. Work out with us using the Pelo Buddy TV leaderboard tag, and find us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Pelo Buddy. Don't forget that we have a podcast available so that you can listen to us while on the move. Just search for Pelo Buddy TV on any major platform and hit the subscribe button so you never miss an episode.